Peace, love, and light. I am Picasso Cognizance. This is Resolute Fathers. Make sure you like, subscribe, and tell a friend about Resolute Fathers. Now, in 1833, Congress banned debtors' prisons. Okay, the United States Supreme Court ruled them unconstitutional in 1983, stating that judges have to first determine if the defendant can pay but willfully refuse. Okay, so let's be mindful of that. Now, according to 28 U.S. Code 2007, imprisonment for debt, it says a person shall not be imprisoned for debt on a writ of execution or other process issued from a court of the United States in any state wherein imprisonment for debt has been abolished. All modifications, conditions, and restrictions upon such imprisonment provided by state law shall apply to any writ of execution or process issued from a court of the United States in accordance with the procedure applicable in such state. So we got to be mindful of that now. So for all the non-custodial parents that's going to jail or getting locked up because of unpaid child support or whatnot, according to 28 U.S. Code 2007, imprisonment for debt, it is abolished. Now, 42 United States Code 1994, peonage abolished. Listen carefully. The holding of any person to service or labor under the system known as peonage is abolished and forever prohibited in any territory or state of the United States. In all acts, laws, resolutions, orders, regulations, or usages of any territory or state which have heretofore established, maintained, or enforced, or by virtue of which any attempt shall hereafter be made to establish, maintain, or enforce directly or indirectly the voluntary or involuntary service or labor of any persons as peons, in liquidation of any debt or obligation or otherwise are declared null and void. Okay? So that's why I say we have to know the law. We have to know our parental rights, family. Because if you don't know, this is how they play the game, on you. Now, according to Solo Suit, it speaks about, can you go to jail for debt? Now, according to them, they say the short answer is no. You cannot go to jail for owning debt. However, you may have to serve jail time if you are guilty of contempt of court in connection with a debt lawsuit case. Okay? So it speaks about the steps to being arrested for a debt. In this sense, it says step 1, you don't pay your bill. Step 2, the creditor or debt collector sues you. Step 3, you fail to show up at court. Step 4, the court orders you to make a payment or show up for a hearing. Oh, the court, man, they really don't like it. Them judges don't like it. They give you something to tell you to show up and you don't show up. Ooh, woo. Step 5, you do not comply with court order. Step 6, you can go to jail for failure to comply with the court order. Okay? So now we have to be mindful of this stuff now. And that's why I say, long as we know our parental rights and know the Constitution, I mean, we good. But a lot of folks, the reason why a lot of folks get locked up or whatnot, because they're ignorant to the law. You know what I'm saying? They don't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like when child support, say if you are behind on child support or whatnot, and they give you actually different things where you can actually, either you pay the debt full, you go to court, they got the fatherhood programming, the list goes on about these certain situations for your license to not get suspended. But hey, folks don't read, man. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say that, bro. But check this out. Debt collectors and creditors are not allowed to threaten you with jail time. Listen carefully now, because they cannot legally enforce that. Only a judge can sentence you to jail. Okay? So be mindful. If you were to ever step into court dealing with child support, it's not even called court. It's actually a 4D hearing, child support hearing and whatnot, because you got to be mindful that, the judges, when you're in a 4D hearing, the judges, they are not really judges. They are commissioners or hearing officers. Okay. So let's be mindful that we got to know the difference between an Article 1 judge and an Article 3 judge. Okay. Article 3 judge, they are the real, they the truth right there. That's why it says debt collectors or creditors are not allowed to threaten you with jail time, because they cannot legally enforce that. Only a judge can sentence you to jail. So we got to be mindful of that. So, and also after the Civil War, 13th Amendment prohibited involuntary servitude such as peonage for all but convicted criminals. Okay? If we don't know the game, family, if we don't know the game, this is how they can come up and, do their little tricks and everything like that. So let's be mindful, family. Let's stick together. Let's do what we have to do. Know the law, know the Constitution, know our parental rights. You know what I'm saying? It will never go wrong. I promise. And parents, let's co-parent. Come on. Be mindful that we have to do what's best for the child. He or she feels very, confused if they see both of y'all not getting along. I mean, let's just be honest with this, okay? So let's be mindful of that. And if you haven't got the book, Who's Daddy, on Amazon, make sure you get your copy. Make sure you get your copy. Also join Resolute Fathers Patreon. Good 411 on there as well. Peace, love, and light. Share, share, share. I will be back.